Hello and welcome to Taking a Springpeek episode or session. No, neither of those. Just 7. The 7th one we've done. I'm Michael, and joining with me today is the incredible Calli.
Hello.
And the amazing Mell.
Hello.
Who obviously play both Kashana and Velky. Both of them do. They interchange it sometimes. I'm sure you've noticed.
Yep.
So we're going to start this session off like we do every session, which is a question for Rose.
What?
She's not here. That's very unprofessional of her.
Oh my god.
Well,
I can't believe you're doing this.
well,
What's
I'm
happening
gonna have to
right
talk to her
He's-
about that anyway.
No, he's doing a skit from fucking Critical Role where Brian W. fucking Foster would be like, yes, I'm speaking to the husband/wife of Laura Bailey and spoke to everyone but Travis.
Oh.
Something
Yeah, I
like
remember
that. Something like
to that
that.
effect.
Something to that effect. Anyway, actual first question. I would love all of you guys to rate each of the player characters on a scale of 1 to 10 on how hot they are.
Can it not just be all tens?
If it's all 10s, you can of course say all 10s. But then I'm going to actually
10s
make you
probably.
decide from order of who's hottest to least hottest.
That's the same thing.
Nope. Because if they're all 10s, because like one could be an 8, one could be a 9. But if they're all 10s, then you got to really do subdivisions on that one.
I'm sorry, did you just math at me?
Reverse math.
What? You've confused me now. We can never go back. Calli, you go first.
Well, I think it's obvious who. Now, wait, hold on. Is this Kashana's interpretation or my interpretation?
No, this is your interpretation.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, this is on
right.
you.
Um.
We did the FMK last week, so you know. Not last week, but last time.
Well, okay. Well, Kashana's definitely the hottest. Sorry, everybody. Can I just leave it at that? No, Kashana would be like probably to me the hottest. Like, I mean, she's me. How can I say no?
Exactly.
Yeah. Probably then Lore would be the next one. I think it would then be Velky, Anates, and then Zin. Sorry, Zin.
And Keiku?
Keiku has to go on this too?
Yeah, she's a player character.
Keiku's definitely at the bottom then. She's not hot, she's adorable.
Beautiful list, Calli. I applaud you and your
Thank you.
bravery.
Yeah. your bravery of your two characters being on both ends.
Well, is that
Well,
not fucking
no.
fact?
I just can't believe you have so many controversial opinions.
Well, then give me your list.
I don't have a list. I have a statement.
Okay.
Can two people share this, like, one spot
No.
on the list? But they're, like, so close.
I am making you make a hard decision here and setting it in stone. As
I
Matt
mean-
said, Zin will remember that. I don't know how Zin will remember that. It was Calli's opinion. Zin doesn't know who Calli is.
Yeah, it's my opinion. And I'm not saying that Kashana may or may not share the exact same opinion.
That's valid.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
This is hard for me because as an artist, I draw all of them hot all of the time.
Yeah, you do. Especially lately.
And as such...
that last image you sent to me is just smoking hot. Not from today, but from before.
Well, okay, sure. I've sent you many things recently that are stupid, so I don't really know where that goes. But, okay, this is hard. Okay. This is very difficult. Michael, you've posed a question that I cannot physically answer.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
No, normally
I'm
they're
causing
pretty
problems.
easy.
Causing
Normally they don't
problems on
hurt
purpose.
So much. Okay. Probably the top. This is really hard. This is why I wish that I could pick two, because for me it's between Kashana and Anates.
Aww.
You know? One's big and buff, and one's got the tibbies for days, so it's hard.
And will absolutely step on me.
You know, like, there's fine gents and fine ladies here. So that's difficult. It's just I can't choose.
You gotta choose between the two
cannot
tiggle
choose.
bitties.
I cannot. I will roll a d6. Life will choose for me. Okay, so the d6 has decided.
Uh-huh.
It is in fact Anates that beats Kashana by a single number.
Okay.
That is fair.
And we'll just use the excuse that he's got fur. You know, Kashana doesn't have a fur collar, so it makes things a little bit difficult.
Not yet. Winter is coming.
But then it is right below him, there is Kashana.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna say it's Zentris.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm gonna say it's Lore because Lore is a baby, and I think that he's cuter than he is hot. And then it's Keiku, and Velky doesn't count.
Excuse me.
I do not have a narcissistic bone in my body. My character is disgusting. You can go at the very bottom. He's irrelevant.
How dare you with how many hot pictures you've sent of Velky.
That's just how he looks. I'm not saying he's attractive. I'm just drawing him.
Uh-huh. All right. Fair enough, I suppose.
Actually, I don't know if Keiku should be hotter than Velky, because Keiku's baby, so I'll flip that around just for you.
Yes, you know, the mother of one is a
Baby.
Baby.
How old's Keiku again?
Oh god, Michael, you expect me to remember
Wasn't
that
she like
fucking...
16?
Yeah,
she's 16 in
16
Keiku years?
Yeah.
Or Kenku years, sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
In Keiku,
same shit.
In Keiku years, she's like way more mature, but for
Yeah,
actual
she's like...
physical years, she is only a few years older than her son.
I'm pretty sure in Kenku years, she's like in her early or late 20s.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So really, Velky is still slightly babier, but he's Keiku baby.
Keiku hatched after Velky was born. I assume Kenku come from Hags.
They do now.
I guess you've made that canon.
I've made that canon now.
What about Eric Hawkra?
Birthed.
I don't want to think about it. Oh god.
Oh god.
You asked. I gave an answer.
I didn't
Well,
like
it's canon now. He's stated it to be so.
Yep. Absolutely. And I have ruling over all things D&D.
No, you have ruling over all things D&D in your game.
No.
I'll fight you. Okay.
Here, hold on.
You
let me
back
run
down on that
upstairs
very
and beat him.
quickly.
Yeah, it did.
So let's get to some, well, I mean, not actual questions, because that question was very important. Don't huff me. Next time you're on, you're probably going to get the FMK. Anyway.
Yes.
Anyway, Kashana and Velky have had an interesting relationship since meeting. Started off a little bit rocky. What do both of you kind of think caused the whole rocky start? Aside from the obvious church situation.
Mel, you wanna start with that one?
I will eagerly say that it was all Velky's fault, and he sucks.
See, now I was gonna say the complete opposite.
And that's why this is interesting.
I was gonna say it's definitely Kashana, because Kashana is very abrasive, and like I feel like her whole stick of like, hey, I'm just gonna go for shit kind of rubs people the wrong way. And definitely entering a group when they're already so close was hard for her. But then on top of that, like I remember our first mission with the whole like captain guy. That kind of I think set the what's the word I'm looking for? presidents or the standard of what she was expecting from
Right.
the group.
It definitely set the tone of like
Yes.
the whole relationship that she fostered there. And where Kashana is abrasive, Velky is also very what's the word? I had a really good word like 5 seconds ago and now it's gone. Not flexible.
Stiff.
Rigid.
He's not flexible in how, you know, like people are really go with the flow, and he's like, oh my god, what's happening all of the time. So he can't easily adapt always to every situation.
Right.
He needs some work there.
Which is probably why when things like start going down in situations like what's going on in Morganwald, he's much more of an, okay, we really need to figure this all out, whereas Kashana and some of the others are like, nah, we're just going to go for it.
I think everyone else.
Everyone.
Everyone is just like, let's go. Let's just beef it. I mean, Kashana has tried a lot recently to actually, like, talk out plans with people.
Yeah, you guys all made a great plan.
Mm-hmm.
That shows some growth as opposed to semi-forcing the plan like she did when she first came. Like that one very first mission that we did. It felt like no other plan was gonna work if it wasn't Kashana's plan.
And looking back, perhaps that's the case.
Yeah, probably. Like, I'm not saying that's wrong.
It is interesting because you do bring up a good point about Velky, is that Velky takes everything really at face value. Because back then, the captain of the knights there kind of just said, here's their plan. And everyone was kind of like, okay, yes. And then Kashana was like, well, hold on a second.
And the whole time he was like, no, there's already a plan. What are you talking about? Even if it was a shit plan, he would have probably gone along with it. And I think Kashana's actually taught him a lot about not following everybody's plans to a T.
Sometimes you have to diverge off the path.
It's true.
True.
Sometimes you have to go around and start a rumor about yourself.
Still a fucking terrible idea.
No, it was great. It solved the problem of everyone thinking Onates is Sangus. Or I guess not, that wasn't the problem. The problem was people thinking Sangus is back, and now that's completely forgotten about.
I think I would like to explain where Kashana's brain was at with that one.
Yes, please do. Because I love it for what I get to do with it. But please.
For her,
It's good.
for her thought process was, this looks a little dicey, and she was having concerns about putting the group in more danger in kind of a way, because you're adding this factor of this girl that they don't know that they're trying to save, and for her it was a factor of, I don't know what this person's gonna do, I don't know what's going to happen here, I don't know who to trust in this stupid ass town. So for her, in her mind, to help everybody, it makes more sense for her to put herself forefront, so everyone's looking at her instead of the others. So she wanted to put herself on display so that nobody looked at anybody but her, so that it would help the group, or at least divert away from her friends. That's how she interpreted it. I'm looking at her now being like, are you a dumbass?
I mean, yeah, I've talked about it a little bit. I don't see any situation now between that and Lore's thunderclaps on how you guys get out of this without just running now. Just because there's consequences to everything that happened. So I guess we'll see how it goes on Sunday when we get back together. But yeah, no, I'm curious to see what your guys' solution to your new problems are. Though you did solve other problems. It just caused more new ones, funner ones for me. No, that's a great explanation. It's interesting to see where Kashana was coming from on that. And honestly, I could see myself doing the same thing. It especially takes heat off of Velky, who could get in trouble with the church is found out to be involved in some way.
What are you talking about? He's not involved.
No, not at all. No.
Involved in what exactly, though?
With the whole rescue plan. Like, as they stated, like, they can't do anything because they're not asked of it. So I feel like if Velky was found to have had a hand in doing something without the city's asking, it could cause some problems.
He was helping Lore. He wasn't saving Crystal. He was helping Lore.
Yeah. I understand. If only the world was as simple as that.
Well, it's not nearly as simple as the church makes it sound, so...
No, it's not. The church very much acts on a black and white matter, whereas the world is many shades of gray. Or rainbow. Let's go with rainbow, considering the colored crystals and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kashani, you brought up a good point there. Do either of you trust anyone in the town?
Fuck no.
Kind of.
Kind of?
Yeah. I mean, Vey hasn't really given him any reason to not trust them.
Right.
No, and...
What about that sweet shopkeeper?
The sweet shopkeeper was pretty nice. I'm sorry, can you hear me clapping? I apologize.
It's a beautiful sound. Please continue.
I'm trying to destroy something that is flying in my eyeball.
Please destroy it.
I mean, Vey has been pretty clear, at least in his mind, where they stand. Whereas people like the shopkeeper are not clear in where they stand, they simply are participating.
Right.
And he doesn't think that makes them bad people, but he doesn't really trust them either.
Yeah, I mean, just because you're doing something maybe not great doesn't mean you're a bad person. Especially if you're brought up to believe that stuff.
Exactly. So he's just chilling, and he doesn't really want them to put him in a stockade. So
right.
He's not...
I mean, that's not really a problem anymore.
Yes, but that was before that. I'm just saying now.
Yeah. And Kashana doesn't trust anybody.
No. Even with Vey, like, she's struggling to trust anybody in this town. Because it's already a problem when you add the church in for her, and then you add on top of that a cult. She's just sitting here like... So I
Is it a cult?
It's a cult, Michael.
Is
Let's
it?
not call a tomato a potato. It's all the same thing. It's
Definition of a cult.
Pretty sure you actually specifically said they were a cult at one point.
I mean,
yeah, they're a cult.
It was easier to describe them that way.
Okay, so it's a cult?
Cult definition: a religion regarded as unorthodox or spurious. Technically, Calli, in the light of the embrace of Shatir, you are forming a cult.
Bitch, I didn't say I wasn't.
There's a secondary definition, though. Read the other one.
A great devotion to a person, idea, object, movement, or work.
It's also, if I remember correctly, has something to do with a strict gathering of people to practice a religious event.
A system of religious beliefs and rituals. A system for the cure of disease based on dogma set forth by its promulgator? Never heard of that one. That's a weird one. But yeah, okay, I guess by a loose definition of the word cult, they are a cult. I will concede they are a cult.
But you are right in that both Kashana and Anates are technically the ones starting cults.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if Anates is specifically starting a cult. He may have become part of one. That's undecided. Kashana has actively recruited a person.
It's true.
That is true. She's got one cult member now under her belt.
Yep.
Whether she realizes that for sure or not.
I mean, I haven't even decided for sure yet or not. But I mean, hey, you put it out there. You're going to eventually come back to Dawnmark and there's just going to be this whole new sanctum of like Oedicus worshippers. It'll be really weird.
Oh, fuck yeah. I can't wait to have my own people.
That sounds like full-on chaos.
It sounds great, doesn't it?
I mean, doesn't that just fit? So some chaos in Dawnmark could probably be useful. I mean, there's nothing chaotic going on in there right now.
Yeah, nothing chaotic is happening.
Not at all. I can't think of a single chaotic thing going on in Dawnmark. Especially not in Morganwald or Haywood.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, nothing's going on in Haywood now.
Poof.
I can make fun of my towns I've destroyed and the thousands of lives I killed. Thousands, that's overzealous there. It's probably not thousands.
I mean, it's thousands in spirit.
Yeah. So anyway, let's go back a little bit to both of Velki and Kashana finally getting to have their little heart-to-heart talk to smooth some things over. I was interested, I mean, not entirely surprised that Velki and Kashana butted heads, but you two both share like a origin province.
Yeah.
Which we don't have between any other character. Well, I guess unless you want to state for certain that Onotace is from Dawnmark. Then Zin and Onotace are both from Dawnmark. Otherwise, though, no.
Fair.
So do you think there's any like thing you guys could like kind of in the future bond over from your home provinces, or do you think maybe just continuing on as you kind of are and bond over your current experiences would be better?
Oh, I think that's a hard one. I think that would be something they would have to like actually get into, because like for Kashana, that like she doesn't really care where she's from is the thing. So for her, it was just a place that she lived, and that her family was her home. Like, I don't know if she would really have much to connect with there to then connect to another person.
Super fair. And Velki wouldn't mind it, but also it's a hard thing for him.
Right.
Like the idea of bonding over something that he feels like he doesn't have the right to see again is hard for him.
Right.
But he wouldn't mind reminiscing a little bit if possible. I know that that's also difficult because that's one of the things that freaked him out about Kashana in the first place. Was that
Right. She recognized him somewhat.
Yeah, that she would like know him from when he was traveling and how bad of a state he was in and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So that was difficult, but you know, it might
Back
be
when he had
interesting
short
to see
hair.
if they could. Yeah, back when he had short hair. It would be interesting to see if they could bond over anything.
Maybe once you guys
from
get over
their
there.
home.
That might be like that would be a good time to get into those kind of discussions, I think.
Yeah.
Because until we're actually there, it's not like present in their minds.
Yeah,
or
there's a
our
lot
minds.
going on in front of you. A lot going on in the future as you head on over to Freya Noon and head over to Ruin's Edge.
If we ever get over there.
Oh, I'm sure we will in 2022. If I count how many sessions we have.
I mean, theoretically, if we leave next session, then we could get over there pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean, we might have to, because, you know, we kind of just fucked with fucking cult things.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, it went really well. It was probably your guys' best laid out plan, and everyone rolled really well the whole way through.
Nobody died.
Nobody died. No one even got hurt. Well, I mean, until the fight happened, but that wasn't a part of the plan. Unless it was? Did you guys plan for a fight?
Don't know. I mean, Velki did say that it was really hard to get out of it without one.
Yeah.
Because it still takes time to cast the spell. There's no way that he could have really cast it before the blight came, so...
True. Because it would have
he
given
kind
you
of
guys away.
expected one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have given us away way sooner. So
Yeah,
he
you
was
could have casted it
expecting one.
before they left, but then they would have known, and God, who knows what that would have caused. Matt says he was prepared for a fight, but was not expecting giant murder bugs. I'm glad you weren't expecting giant murder bugs, because I liked them a lot.
Yeah, I also wasn't expecting giant murder bugs, but I liked it.
Yeah. No, I enjoy the Demon Blight, because I get to do things, but then describe them in even more, like, incoherent and abhorrent ways. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, that's a giant murder bug, but keep in mind that the Blight look like this impossible to fully understand inky mess as they move in jittery and unnatural ways, and it's really nice to think about, honestly. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
Good.
So what is your guys' current idea for how to proceed from where things left off?
Well, I know what Belky wants to do right away, but
Okay.
will he be able to? No, he wants to check on Lore, make sure Lore's okay.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. Obviously.
You said, what is the thing they
Yeah.
want to do? I'm telling you.
Yeah, you want to check on Lore on top of the rock.
Making it sound like it's weird.
No. Lore can hop down, hopefully.
We catch him.
Yeah.
He flies into our arms.
Kashana.
I don't know. Kashana and I are a little torn about this, because I'm like, okay, so next step is to kind of figure out how we fucking move on from this and get this town back to not, murdering people. But then Kashana's like, this town's fucked. Let's get the fuck out of here. So there's two ways I see it going, is that the next steps are then to, well, we gotta go deal with the girl down in the church that I decided to lock up.
In the dark.
In the dark.
All alone on
All
the table.
Yeah.
Table.
And the other thing would be then just making a break for it. Gathering our shit, gathering our people, getting our fucking horse Applebee and getting the fuck out of here.
Correct. I did mention to Michael the other day that Velky will only leave if he can get his fucking horse back. Otherwise, he's staying and he doesn't give a shit what they do to him.
Yeah. I mean, I if you guys are going to make a run for it, you're going to need Applebee. I'm not going to make you guys run on foot.
Oh my god, would they catch up to us and kill us too?
I mean, I don't know. Do you think others have found out about this whole cult situation? And what do you think has happened to them?
I don't know. That's what I want to know.
Matt brings up that putting the girl in the basement was for her own good. That is probably true. I'm not going to say whether it is or not. That's not my call. Hey, Michael. Hi. What?
Wow.
Thank you for laughing.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. Anyway, what are your guys' thoughts on Crystal's mother?
Cute.
Cute.
Yeah,
Sad.
I was surprised.
Depression.
Thought she was gonna be like an asshole and be like, "Hey, no, you just gotta go die now."
No, she was very trying to help, but still actively putting her child up to death.
Yeah, I gotta say, it kind of freaked me out to, like, other than the fact that she was very, like, genuine and kind, and I enjoyed that about her character, it terrified me also slightly that she was just so open and willing to be like, no, you need to do this because it's the only option, as if it is the only option. Like,
Yep.
Have they tried anything else? Hello?
That's kind of what I was going for. I'm glad that came across, because yeah, it's just like caring mother, but also it is a very scary thing to have this person who can just say, no, it'll be okay, you're gonna do great, as you go up there and get murdered.
Enjoy your death.
I wanted that
Live in
feeling.
your honor.
Yeah, being a martyr. I wanted that feeling of like oh, this is a caring mother, but oh my god, this is actively terrifying. That someone could do this so genuinely and seem okay about it. Go have a muffin.
Go have a muffin.
The muffin.
Your obsession with these muffins needs to stop.
Listen, they're good muffins.
How would you know you haven't eaten one?
I made it.
Did you though?
Yeah?
Did you sit at your home, bake this muffin, and then subconsciously put it into your game?
Well, no. But
You haven't had the muffin. You know the Muffin Man?
I do. I decided how the muffin tastes, and it's good.
This is getting too meta.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I tuned out after too much muffin talk.
Listen, you're going to find out that this muffin is like the key to everything. And it'll be
We could do
great.
that.
I'm gonna
I
beat
am
you to death with this
big.
muffin.
The muffin is how you take down the barrier. No, that'd be silly.
So then we don't want the muffin.
Well, I mean, maybe Velky doesn't. Kashana, how's that barrier thing going?
I'm beating my head against it just like you and this muffin talk.
Well,
Really?
But no, she's been preoccupied with the cult.
yeah, that's fair. That's very true. A little preoccupied with the cult. I mean, everyone's kind of gotten a little occupied with what's going on here, especially Onates, who has once again decided he must save a place. But I think rather than before, where it was a very valiant effort to try and get followers, it is now as a way of distraction.
That's fair.
Velky has been there for Onates on this self-realization of his past. How is Mel and Velky feeling about the Onates Senga's situation?
I think Velky has made his stance pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
I think he doesn't view them as the same person, even if they are kind of the... I don't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't get it.
Yeah. We don't know for
But,
certain yet.
He will never see them as the same person. It's just a moot point that they're different. You know, they're different bodies, they're different people. They make different choices. I think it's wild as hell, and I'm losing my voice. I think it's cool. It makes things extra interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least for Onate's story, that there's like a whole other little level there.
Yeah, it wasn't just get to puddle.
I mean, I've always been of the belief that he's never been 5 months old, but I mean, not never. You're at least 5 months old at one point in your life, but not now.
Right.
I mean, technically, the Onates we know is 5 months old because that's where
Yep.
his memories have begun.
Yeah,
So technically,
yeah, you're not wrong, but he
bodily,
is not
like physically, not 5 months. But you know what? We don't need to break his heart.
I think Boshin did that for us anyway.
Yeah, it's true. Callie, how are you? What are your thoughts on the whole Onates Senga's thing?
You want my thoughts or Kashana's thoughts?
I mean, Kashana hasn't really been told a lot about that stuff.
That's true.
This has kind of just been a major revelation as you now have a photo, what constitutes as a photo of Sangus.
I think
Except nobody's seen it but Velky, and he
Yep.
feels really bad about it.
I think me and Kashana will have the same thought, depending on how it's presented to her. But honestly, I think we're gonna have the same thought of we really don't care. To us, I think Onates is Onates. And no matter what his past may be, he's not that person now, if that's the case.
Right.
So we would judge him more on how he acts now than on what possibly was his past.
No, it's very good. I'm
You
glad.
see? We're on the same page.
Yeah. I feel like Velky and Kashana have the same point of views on a lot of things. It's just they operate differently. So the conclusions they come to are the same. It's just how do they take the road, you know?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun.
They evaluate it different.
Yeah.
And I think after this, for a little bit, we're probably going to be shifting, doing a little gear shift away from Onates. Somewhat. I mean, obviously, everyone's stories are going to pop up now and then. But we're now going to go more towards lore and Kashana's destination of the ruins.
Yes. I'm excited.
Also, Kashana now has information about her mother.
I was waiting for this. Hit me.
So, first of all,
Hit me, Calli.
can't believe he hit her.
Ugh.
I think we got a lot of Kashana's thoughts and emotions present in the moment. How is she doing now after there's been a night of processing?
I think with everything going on, she's kind of pushed it to the back of her mind, but it's still, I think, in the thoughts of she would like to see what her mom's actually doing.
Right.
Because maybe, I think in her mind it's now formulating that maybe there's more than meets the eye. Her mom's maybe doing some secret agent shit.
Ooh.
Like, she's just trying to get information by selling wildflowers.
And she really does not want her mom to be a normal ass person.
No, because she idolized her mother. Because her mother
Yeah.
was a
I think
very
if her
free spirit.
to her, if her mom was just a normal ass mother, then that means she abandoned her, and that's hard to deal with.
Yeah, for sure. I just like that. That's a whole layer is that she's come up with all of these neat new ideas on what her mom is doing.
Yeah.
Because really, honestly, when her mom left, she consoled herself while her dad fell to pieces with the thought of her being gone, of her mom being on some great mission of following some god or following something that drove her to leave. Something that was beneficial to her people, to something, you know?
Kind of like
Something
what she's
bigger
doing
than
now.
them. Yeah.
Is what
Yeah.
Kashana's currently doing kind of inspired by what she imagined her mother was doing?
I would say so. I would say it's partially that she beats to the beat of her own drum, but it's partially, I think, that idea that her mom was out there doing some crazy ass shit, and she therefore is following in what she imagined her mom's footsteps were.
It's really nice and noble.
I hope that there's some justification, like an ending in there for her, even if it's a terrible one.
Right.
That like there is some kind of full circle for Kashana.
Yeah, some conclusion.
I don't know how she would handle it if her mom was just, yeah, I left to sell flowers. I'm pretty sure that would break her in some aspect, and that would be something I would have to delve into with her and really look into and see how that would affect her.
Well, thankfully,
Yeah,
I'm not one to break any of my characters.
Oh
no,
shit.
break me. I'm ready.
You can go stop that right this
I can go
second.
stop
You
that?
liar. I was gonna tell you to do something mean and I refuse.
No, I would never break any of my characters. Just your
Perish.
characters.
Oh, wow. You fool.
No, I break my characters all the time. Quill is a mess. Yeah. Anyway. No, I am glad to have been able to plant this seed, so to say, on Kashana's story. Now you guys have kind of... I'm not you haven't like run Dawnmark through its course. You could of course stay here probably for the entire campaign. No, you can't. I've set flags for level ups. Never mind. You could stay here a lot longer. But now that you guys are leaving Dawnmark, that opens up basically everyone else's stories to start rolling.
Right.
More or less. So now that it's kind of come to that time, we can start just like putting out these little things like, here's stuff for Kashana, here's stuff for Lore, here's more like other things for Zin and Velki and Onates. And then as you guys decide to continue through the world, and if you get on that fucking boat, anyway.
Yeah,
there's a boat,
here's
huh?
to hoping. There's been a boat for so long.
I don't know
Yeah.
nothing about no boats.
We can go to Ruin's Edge, and then we can go to Nock, and then we can go to the place with the boat.
Yeah. And when you can get on that fucking boat, Onates. Oh my god. No, I'm sorry. It's okay.
Somebody's got issues.
Nah, I'm just really excited for Thunderball.
The butt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Please do the Thunderball. I've thought so much about it.
We should really ignore this boat.
Man, Michael, you didn't really give him a choice.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, obviously there's always a choice, but you made it very clear that you want us to do Thunderball.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to find other ways to go about getting into Ruin's Edge, by all means explore them. I have just very carefully laid out here's a very, like, obvious option.
If we fail at Thunderball,
Yeah.
will we be cut off from Ruin's Edge entirely?
So anyway,
Whoa. Dude,
Oh,
it's
boy.
a simple yes or no question.
no,
not
there's
fucked up.
there's backups. I of course have backups. It's just have fun with that.
I don't know how to sports.
No, that's fair. You
I
sport.
didn't know how to gamble either.
The gambling went great. Yeah, alternate save file, reload the save, try that boss fight again. Yeah, just can't get that last throw with the ball, just reload a save state like I did against Ganon. Oh yeah. No, of course there's always options. I'm never going to give you a hard stop on something like this. There's going to be other things with hard stops, obviously. But something very integral to the story. I'm going to make it a challenge, but I'm never going to make something impossible. That would just be boring and would be more like, well, no, I've laid this out for you, but I don't think it's possible for you to get to it, so I'm just going to say no. There's always other options. You guys have already been kind of given some hints as to other things you can do. And there are actually other things you've already missed. So that's fun.
Cool.
Yeah. And that's how RPGs work.
But, like, can you tell us what they are?
I know where one of them is, but
Okay. No, tell me. Tell me what you think I'm talking about.
are you talking about the thing that Keiku had stumbled upon? Is that one of them?
The Keiku had stumbled upon.
With the little furry animal that she definitely didn't run away from back in many sessions ago.
Oh, yeah. No. I mean, that, yeah, you guys missed information about that stuff. But no, I was talking very specifically about Ruin's Edge. That you had missed information that could have given you another option on getting in. Yeah, I'll let you guys know. There's stuff you could have done more in Arden Path.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Everything is an Arden Path.
Well, a lot was in Arden Path.
It's gone now.
I mean, you could still go back there, but I mean, now the characters don't know anything about that. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, but... Oh, you mean, like, our characters.
Yeah, your characters don't know you missed stuff. You know you missed stuff. So, like,
No, I thought you were saying that the characters that we would talk to don't know anymore.
Oh.
I'm like, what?
no. Yeah, no.
They all
Yeah.
have memory loss.
No, there was some fun stuff in Iron Path, which you can always get back to. But whether it'll help you get into Ruin's Edge then probably won't matter because you'll have probably gone into Ruin's Edge by then. I would hope. Yeah, I would hope. I hope you guys just don't give up. I don't think Lore would.
Yeah, I was about to say we wouldn't. I don't think any of the characters would be willing to do that to Lore, especially with how he's been acting recently.
He's been putting himself out there.
Yeah.
Literally
Also
on the
very
line.
Angry. The most
You mean on the
angry.
rock?
Yeah, on the rock. You think Lore's been angry?
He was angry when we gave him the letter, and he was mad about it.
Right, yeah. I mean, now, Jared did mention to me that they're like, I need to go back to the post office, and I'm like, I don't know if you can. You guys set up a lot of things.
I think that theoretically Lore could if he just changed into somebody else.
Right. Right. No, theoretically. Since we're doing this next game live, I also need to find a way to get a encounter in there that I wasn't planning for initially.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe that'll tie into it. Maybe you guys do the cult fight.
Okay.
Alright then. Are we talking about Sunday's game?
Yeah. Because I definitely need us to have a fight in person.
Okay, so we're doing like, cause maybe this is a discussion for later. I wasn't sure we were doing actual like Springkeep stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah, no, we definitely are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have the same thought I had where we would have the Keiku one shot in person?
Yeah, because otherwise, like, how are we gonna record and?
Oh, yeah, I've been figuring that all out.
Oh God.
Yeah. So anyway, it'll be fun.
I think, Mr. Michael, sir, you better talk to the group.
I think everybody else understood. I don't
You
know.
think?
Matt, did you understand? Matt is here.
No, you don't need to pack your Yeti. We have a Yeti. Thank you, though. Very kind of
Because
you.
you realize I gotta play this shit on my phone, right?
Yeah.
Yep, we all do.
Oh God.
Yeah. Character sheets have to be on phones or tablets.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens. You know what? Michael's the brains. I'm not here for that.
Yeah. No, I figure out
It'll
all
be
the streaming
great.
stuff. It'll be great. We're going to have fun. Yeah, bring your iPad. Tablets are... I mean, I find D&D Beyond just as fine on my phone as I do on my tablet. It's definitely not as good as on the computer, but... oh, we're going to have all of Jericho's handmade cards.
Oh, lovely.
Just so you all know, I'm gonna have the worst performance anxiety ever. And there is a good chance that everything I do will suck ass.
How about you sit beside me and I'll hold your hand?
Wonderful.
I'll be your I don't know, support system.
Your emotional support,
Everybody's gonna
Callie.
be looking
I'll be
at
your
me.
emotional support, Callie.
When my face is on display, I'm just gonna be beet red the whole time. It'll be
We
funny.
can cover it.
Thankfully, no one's going to be on camera.
Oh, I'm aware. Just everybody here will be looking at me.
Right. Especially when someone talks.
But
That's
it was
great for
just,
me
yeah, I'm
because
expecting-
I've never done voices in front of people before. So,
It'll be good.
yeah.
I'll make you suffer.
And I get to start immediately with the voices I've made here.
Why do I need a vest? Like a little, like...
To match Kushana? Oh man, everyone, quick cosplay your characters.
No, he means a support animal vest.
Oh, a support
Like,
animal
Can I just get a
vest.
badge? We could
Yeah,
get me a
that's
little
acceptable.
badge.
Yeah. That, you know what? We could probably find something to do as emotional support Callie vest.
That'd be really fun, though, if we could all cosplay as, like, our characters to some extent.
Yeah.
I can't.
I mean, you can. You don't have to do the whole, like, tiefling look. You could have, like, we could get you a little lantern and a little cloak. Could do your hair kind of in a similar style.
Even if everyone just like wore their color coordination colors for their characters.
I'll just tie my hair up.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I own anything purple. It's irrelevant. We'll think about it later.
It's obviously unnecessary. This is just fun thinking about.
Yep.
And I need to get, obviously, I need to get the same, like, black robe I currently have going on. Yeah.
You can just borrow my dagger.
Oh, that works, yeah. I'm all set. I don't know what you guys are worried about.
Excuse you.
So, now that we're in a bit of a lull things, let's talk about art. Da-da-da! It's a very good banner this week, Mel.
Yeah, it was very good.
Thanks.
The color is great. The pixel art's great. I really love getting to see NPCs. Even as minor as Crystal ended up being. She was a very strong focal point of the thing going on, yet was not really involved in it.
I feel like that was our fault, though. and yet she still kind of was with War, but with...
I think she's a major key point here, and definitely deserved a banner.
Yeah. Especially one as nice as this.
One. I decided that I would like to use a couple of limited palettes sometimes.
Yeah, it turned out really well.
Fun.
Yeah, I love it.
It helped convey the mood.
Yeah, it's really, really hard to do limited palettes with everybody's kind of different color schemes. Like,
right.
anytime Kashana is there, she throws everything on.
Sorry, I'm very vibrant.
With the and Lore sometimes as well.
Lore and Kashan have pretty similar colors a bit.
Yeah. Well, let me finish my sentence. If I could put Lore, Kashana, and Anates in a banner, it would probably be fine because Zitrus and Velki are pretty close in at least that they wear black and white.
Yeah.
The blue and the purple, weird, sure. Maybe Velki's the one that throws everything off, actually. It's all blue. I'm sitting here blaming everybody else, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Just give me a second here. No, he's the one. He's fucking everything up. You little rat bastard.
But also, you did a great job on these flowers. Honestly, just absolutely gorgeous. Especially with the limited palette. No. So thank you, as always, for doing these incredible banners that you have taken upon yourself.
Yeah. You're welcome. They're a lot of fun. Like,
I'm glad you think so.
It's good. I'm waiting for the day where I physically can't do one, you know?
I'm
feel
sure
like I don't have the time or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen eventually.
So far,
I'll just scribble something
in this campaign that'll last years.
I mean, with how slow we move, yes.
I have thought about moving up to a weekly.
God.
If we did weekly, we would be double using banners. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Right. I wouldn't expect you to do weekly banners.
I don't think I could physically do it. The 2 weeks is good for me because then I can have some time to rest, settle in, and then come back.
I was thinking maybe of doing like 1 month where we did weekly so I could like push ahead because I have a lot of like planning done ahead of time right now, and I'm kind of like feeling like, oh man, I don't want to stop planning, but also I'm now like a month or so ahead of us. Like, well, more than a month. Like, I'm many sessions ahead of us now. Which is, yeah, it's fine, but then also as you guys change things, then I'm kind of screwing myself over for having to change plans.
Why don't you just do the thing where we do once a month 2 episodes back to back? Like, it doesn't have to be an entire month.
Oh, yeah, like do 2 and then skip. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, we'll discuss it. We'll see. I know it's a lot to ask everyone to do every week as well.
I think if you just set it up far enough in advance, then it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Well, we actually are coming pretty close to our 1-year anniversary of this game.
No, we're fucking not.
Yeah, we are.
That can't be true.
It's almost October.
Let me look it up exactly. I know I've done this before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you actually did it last time we did Springpeek.
Scrolly all the way back. Oh, no, I have to hit next. October 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're coming up.
What's October 5th this year? It's a Tuesday, so we can't do it on the anniversary. But yeah, no, we'll discuss and see if like we can in a few months from now be like, let's see if we can do every week or something to get through some backlog if people are up for it. I am trying to be very accommodating to my players.
Yeah.
Oh, Teddy's upsetty.
That's nothing new.
So here's a more vague question. What are your current hopes for your character?
Oh god. No.
Wait, what's hopes for our characters?
Yeah, like what do you hope happens or that they do, or I don't know, any story beats you're kind of hoping they kind of get to hit?
Oh god.
Hard one.
That is very difficult. I think Kashana would like to meet Lore's parents and make sure they're okay. Mostly after that little misunderstanding.
Right.
I think Kashana would also like to definitely see her mom. I think it would be really cool if she got to see her dad again, so that Michael could then try and put on a accent. But then we all know what she really wants is to get more information about Oedipus and
Right.
and do all that. But I think the other thing that's slowly developing in her is she has now this. It's very small. Let's not get too excited here. She has this small passion now to start wanting her friends to succeed and find their goals.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
It's a very
Me
small.
either.
Yeah, it's a very small seed. It's growing slightly, but it's there.
Oh.
Straight up thought you were gonna say crush on Lore.
Yeah, that's where I thought that was going.
Oh my.
I was like, are you sure that's small? Because it's pretty fucking obvious. And it's cute. I like it. Let me in.
Let's set that to the side for the second. Let's talk about
Yeah.
this little seed to see your friends succeed. Like, wow, you. Oh man, how do I even word this?
You got
First
this,
of all,
Michael?
they're your friends.
Ooh.
Shut up.
Um,
For her, they're becoming her friends. She's never really had friends. So for her to hang out with a group as long as she has and not hate their guts or think they're incompetent, that to her is like, oh, I think these people are my friends.
aw, that's great
And
for
I think
her.
It's amazing that she doesn't think that they're incompetent.
Oh, don't get me wrong. She thinks they're slightly incompetent at times, but
I think
she's
you
not
need to say that in Kashana's voice.
Don't get me wrong, darling, but you are definitely a little incompetent. But over the time together, I have definitely come to the conclusion that you may not be all stupid.
Very nice. Thank you for that. That was great. I'm glad you can do that on command.
It's like the Keiku voice.
Yeah. Keiku.
Keiku.
No, that's great. I'm really glad that you now are starting to have friends and that you want to see them succeed in their goals and aspirations. We'll come back to the other thing in a minute. Velky.
Yeah.
What does Velky want?
Is it what does Velky want or what do I want?
What you want for your character. What do you want for your character to get to experience, do, or have a story beat?
My shit goblin brain is like, die.
No, that's going to be much later.
I don't want him to excuse me.
I know, Teddy's very upset about something.
He's upset he's spaghetti.
He's upset that you just said you were gonna kill him. Not
I would
Teddy,
never
no.
kill Teddy.
No, I know. That's why I had to fix it. I want him to live, but at the same time, I just think it would be kind of funny if he died at least one time.
At least once.
At least one time.
I mean,
like I want his HP to hit 0 and for him to have to make a saving throw.
right, yeah.
I've never had a character have to do that before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Rook never ever dropped to 0, not one time.
Oh, man, lucky. Quill almost died a lot.
Yes, and that was his fucking fault. He's the same as just throwing himself in there with no armor.
Yep, throw himself in that lava.
But other things, like things that I would like for him that are related to death and or dying. I would like him to see Orlin again. Very much so. That's very important to him.
Right.
Especially now. It was already important, but now it's extra important.
Now that he seems to be missing.
Yep.
Or didn't even exist, kind of thing.
That's horseshit. Well, he's being gaslighted, right? He doesn't appreciate it. Unless he didn't exist, now you're freaking me out. No. I
don't know. Did Kashana see Orlin?
I think that's something that you have to talk to Calli about.
And maybe not this
and
moment.
then tell me, because I'm not okay with that. Like, you're freaking me out. You're making me feel like I don't know what's going on. I don't like it.
I mean, were they together when they took the
They would
walk?
have been, yeah.
If he stood out to her, then yeah, probably.
That's hard to say.
Do you want to roll for it?
I don't have dice, but I can.
Ah!
Hold on, let me- I'll use D&D Beyond. Hold on.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm stressed.
Chaos.
Talk about something
so
while I get my
sweaty.
dice.
Oh yeah, so you want to see Orlin
okay.
again?
Yeah, he wants to see Orlin again, and I think it would be really fun for him. And we kind of talked about this last time I was here, that I would like him to go back home.
Right. Yeah.
I do think it would be fun to see him in Krona.
Yeah, Krona.
I will one day get words right. Because I'd like to see him actively in a place that he might be more comfortable.
Right. Around like
Whether or not he stays comfortable.
right, considering everything that's happened.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Michael, what am I rolling?
History.
History? Very good at that. It's a flaccid 20.
Ooh, for a total of?
Sexy.
A flaccid 20.
Oh,
14 plus
yeah.
6 math.
Duh. Oh my
Flaccid.
god.
It's flaccid. It's not hard. It's flaccid.
My brain.
You need me to describe it better to you?
Yeah, Kashana, if prompted about what Orlin looked like, Kashana would remember him.
Thank God.
My history is so good.
You're gonna be freaking me out, Michael, god dang it. Or maybe he didn't exist.
Maybe he didn't exist at all.
I
Ooh.
don't like that.
No, that would make the one short story I gave you make no sense whatsoever.
I know, right? That would be
Anyway.
awful.
No, that'd be great. And I would love to see Velky in like a place like it's always nice to see Velky with the other clerics because like obviously the same upbringing, sort of. It'd be interesting to see him in the place where it all started.
Yeah, right now it feels like a lot of the other characters are more comfortable everywhere they go. Especially people like Kashana and Anates, where they're just so either used to people or have like the upper hand in communicating with them.
Right.
Whatever it may be. But Velky feels very out of place everywhere he goes. He feels like he stands out too much. He feels strange sometimes. And that's why he's kind of gotten into the habit of just following what somebody else will do in some cases. Like, he knows what he wants to do, where he wants to do it, but when it comes to, like, talking to people, he's more likely to let somebody else take the lead. But where he's comfortable, it might be different, you know?
Yeah, that'd be good. Especially, like, theoretically, when we get there, it's going to be more stuff about Velky.
That'd be funny.
Theoretically.
If it wasn't.
I mean, yeah, it'd be weird if it wasn't, considering that's, like, one of your places. Be really strange if, like, that's where we had, like, a story part about Zintris.
Actually, that would be stellar. You should do that.
one of Zintris' story beats is just in the capital of Automid with all the church stuff. Really weird.
Just for fun.
Captain Strizel just pops out of, like, the ziggurat.
Just do it.
Matt seems unamused with this.
Yeah.
More Zintris,
No.
more Zintris.
We'll get Zintris stuff.
Find out about your family one way or another.
Yeah, damn it.
No. Yeah, that's good. No, I'm excited for that. Since we're starting to get to the wrap up section of this stuff, what questions do you guys have for me? Sound like one of the villagers from Minecraft.
I was just thinking that. I guess my question would then have to be, is this how you kind of foresaw the cult thing going for us? Or did you have other expectations?
That's a good question. I mean, when I initially planned this out, I planned you guys going here before going to the forest. So you definitely aren't doing the things I was expecting when I first thought of all this. When, like, Morganwald was one of the first things I thought of, honestly, when I was planning out this campaign. But you guys kind of came at it at a roundabout way. But overall, things are kind of playing out in the ways that I expected it to. I think I planned out everything each character would kind of do, with the exception of Kashana starting a rumor about herself. That I didn't see coming at all. But I think more or less everything else has kind of gone at least within my realm of expectations. I did expect more investigating to happen that didn't, because Anates decided to spend a day fixing fields.
Yeah.
So there is some things that just didn't get well investigated into that I think you could have and learned more, and maybe have gotten a better understanding of what was going on before going in to save Crystal. I also planned entirely for you guys to just decide not to save Crystal.
Just fair.
Yeah. And I mean, like, it seemed for a bit that that's kind of what you guys were going to do. Because there was a lot of talks about...
Skipping town?
Not skipping town, but, like, can you save someone that doesn't want to be saved? What's the point in doing that? Why bother trying to change the minds here? We're not going to be able to, especially not before they sacrifice this one girl. So, I mean... I definitely was prepared for everyone to just say, no, we can't do anything here. And I guess, yeah, maybe skipping town, but I think a little more investigating. Although if you guys did come in sooner, you would have had more time to investigate. That's also a factor.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's a good question. There are a lot of things I made up on the fly that just worked out really well in my favor for this mystery. And yeah, there's just some things you guys haven't learned, and I don't know. I guess we'll see how things go if you guys do learn the whole mystery of Morgenwald.
No, probably not.
It is my
Honestly,
first.
I don't see us being that investigative.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
would like to know all of it, but
this is my first time making a mystery kind of thing. There's definitely like something going on here that you guys could get to the bottom of, but I don't know if that's within your character's realms of things they want to do.
well, you kind of insinuated that we might not be able to stay.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. Like, you've been insinuating this very...
I mean, like
So
I said, it
feels
comes
more
down
like
to
it's
what...
harder to.
Yeah, it's definitely harder to now. Just because of like some of the choices that were made, but not impossible entirely. I can't remember who. Someone said, oh yeah, like since it takes a week, Kashana could just be locked up for a week while everyone else does their thing.
Pretty sure that was Callie that said that.
That's always me.
Yeah, so it's like that's an option. So there are ways for you guys to stay. It's just a matter of, do the risks outweigh the rewards? Do you guys get back into town without them noticing you were gone in the first place?
Depends on who's running up to us right now.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you guys can definitely stay and keep doing things. It's just a matter of what your characters choose to do and how the dice roll. At least Zin found a good, easy exit into the dangerous forest.
Yep.
Less dangerous now. You guys killed the Grime Snatcher, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably. Do you have any questions for me, Mel?
What was your inspiration for the Demon Blight?
Ooh, my inspiration for the Demon Blight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good question.
You're welcome.
Um,
I'm full of those.
yeah. So I can't reveal too much without spoiling a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, without spoilers.
Yeah, because it was more of a very specific imagery I had in mind. However, there were two factors that kind of played into it. Number one is the dome that keeps you all safe from the Demon Blight. That was inspired by Custom Robo, actually. One of my favorite games from the GameCube, because it's revealed in that game that the world you live in is actually basically just a controlled domed city where everything outside has been decimated, and no one inside knows anything about the outside. So that kind of inspired this idea of having this protective barrier keeping everyone inside it for thousands of years, and not really knowing what's going on outside of it.
Okay.
The Demon Blight themselves, I was inspired by Bloodborne Origins. When you have across the map that darkness just slowly, like, not Bloodborne Origins, Dragon Age Origins. Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Dragon Age Origins. Where the darkness is just slowly like creeping over the map. I was like, oh, what if there was like an actual physical like creature that represented this darkness? And then that kind of eventually evolved into combined with the barrier keeping things out, but like sometimes things can break through in an interesting way where it like literally tears reality open. And then that just delved further and further, all coined around this one titular idea that I can't spoil yet.
Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of the factors that inspired the Demon Blight. And then obviously demon, because I wanted something to kind of go along with the word demonic, but not change its connotations away from tieflings and such. So like in this, even though like people consider like tiefling stuff like with fiends and devils and demons, in my world that's just not a thing at all. because in this world, demon means something completely different. And then the term blight, I wanted to kind of be like, just kind of go off of the idea of a sickness, because I kind of figured through the story, the demon blight was going to be something you guys eventually fixed and possibly even cured from the kingdom. So just kind of taking in that word of like something that is sick and corrupted and something that's being destroyed, and you guys can then overcome it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you guys could choose not to do that stuff, obviously. Like, it's just one of those things that's just like, here's things out in the world that you can do. I think you now actually have a character that is more inclined to want to do that, with Kashana wanting to see what's on the other side of the barrier. Whereas before, the party didn't really have anyone that was like actively like wanting to go against the current norm. So Kashana coming in definitely helped spark that notion, as well as some other factors that we can't get into, that I can't get into. But yeah, so that's kind of where that came from, and it's been really fun. I think what sets my world apart from a lot of others that I see is this factor that the world itself has such strict rules that it's easy to jump into and understand, because it's very easy to put yourself in that situation. Like, what if the darkness did bring those demons that we're worried is in there? Oh, the other inspiration was heavily Final Fantasy 15. How it's dangerous to travel at night. Yeah. So that, the notion of them coming out at night was very specifically from Final Fantasy 15.
Hey, Michael, we lost Mel.
Oh no, that's sad. Well, I think that's a fair enough time to end anyway.
Just gonna have to end it with me.
Yeah. Did you have any other final questions there, Callie?
No, I think this is a good time to wrap it up.
All right.
We lost the other half of this this group.
Yeah. No, that's what a fitting end to this session, honestly. Considering all internet troubles that we have despite us being in the same city.
Yeah.
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 So, thank you, Callie, for joining me tonight.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Mel, wherever you may be, for joining us tonight. And I hope everyone is very exciting. Everyone is so exciting. I hope everybody is very excited for us to get back into Springpeek on Sunday, which I will totally have figured out. Woo! No, it'll be fine. We'll have fun with it. Yeah. Thank you again.